What's going on, everybody? Eddie Dowd here, real estate agent here in Maryland. We're going to be joined by Brian Sachs again this week, and we're going to talk about 3 secrets that consumers don't know. Brian, are you there? And you ready to let them in on the secret?
I'm here and I'm ready to give the secrets.
Awesome.
So let's talk about it, okay? First of all, I'm actually, you know what? Because you're Eddie Dowd and you're a realtor extraordinaire, I'm going to give you a fourth secret,
Oh,
okay?
fourth one.
I'll give you a bonus secret. So the first secret is people think you have to have a lot of money to buy a house. The reality is there are so many programs out there, grant programs from the city, the counties, the state of Maryland, federal programs, that you really don't need a whole lot of money. I mean, you and I have gotten people into homes for $1,000 or less. You really do need to have a couple grand just because you have to have inspections and things of that nature. People also think that you have to have great credit. Well, I'm sure people are going to be a little bit shocked, Eddie, to know that the minimum credit score is really $580, 580 points. 580 is a minimum credit score to get a mortgage. The other thing people think is that this process is very cumbersome. Secret number 3, it's simple to get a mortgage, and mortgage companies are really anxious to help you. Not just me, but any mortgage company would be anxious to work with you and anxious to help you. And if you don't qualify right now, we can tell you what you need to do to get qualified. So you have a plan. And so, we can work with you to get you there. But I'm going to tell you a fourth one. This is a huge secret. Eddie, let me ask you a question. And viewers, I want you to respond to this. What if I told you there was a way to buy a house, have other people make your mortgage payment for you so that you don't have a mortgage payment really? You do, but it's covered. And you can create a side hustle sitting on your sofa.
I think I know the answer because I do a little bit of this myself, but go ahead and let
Well,
the
the
rest of
first
them in on
the
it.
first thing, and folks, if you have kids anywhere near you, please close off this video and delete the sound. Okay. Just turn the sound way down. I'm giving everybody ample warning. So when I say this, people automatically scream bullshit. Okay. But here's the deal. If you buy a multifamily home, which Eddie is an expert in showing you, if you buy a multifamily home, let's do some math. Okay. Let's say you buy this home and your mortgage payment is $2,000 and it's a 4-unit house. Well, guess what? If you're renting the other 3 units for let's just say $1,500 a month, right? So what is that? That's $4,500 coming in. You've got $2,000 going out as a mortgage payment. So now your mortgage payment's covered, and you got another 30 grand a year rental income and a tax write-off from that third unit. I wrote a book on this topic called The Real Estate Loophole, and it's amazing. It absolutely is amazing. And Eddie, I know you're an expert in this. It's such a underutilized tool. We have seniors that are struggling right now. We have really every generation, boomers, millennials, Gen Xers, everybody's struggling because home affordability has gotten so out of whack with everything right now. Rents have skyrocketed. What a great opportunity to own a home, build the equity, and you're almost living rent free, right? Because the other units not only cover your mortgage payment, but heck, they produce an extra income for you. I just had a person who, believe it or not, he's in his late 70s. He just got laid off from Walmart. I don't know how you get laid off from Walmart, but he did. And we talked about this, and this income, he doesn't have to leave his house. He can sit there. Yes, he has to manage those 3 properties. Yes, he'll have to make some repairs now and then, but it sure as hell beats standing on your feet 40 hours a week.
That is for sure.
So
And
go ahead.
I was going to add, this is something that I don't know the last time that we spoke. This is something that we've personally done, with one of our residences, with a extra unit. We've been able to convert it and actually put it on Airbnb in the area that we're in, if you're able to do that, and be able to cash flow enough to pay the mortgage and also pay the mortgage twice in some months. Some months, let's say the mortgage, I'm not putting my business out there, but let's say the mortgage is $2,000. There's been months we typically, if we don't hit, we hit $2,000, or sometimes we may hit $4,000. It's not the actual numbers, not put my business out there, but we are doubling in some months just off of doing that. And that's with short term. You can do long term depending on what you're legally allowed to do in your area and what you're comfortable with doing as well. But it's definitely a game changer to not worry about where the money's coming from to pay the mortgage, because you know that you already are paying it within the house, and then the rest of your money can go to other things.
For some people, it is a lifesaver. It honestly is, and it's a real way to build wealth. I had a client come to me. They have a child who's an adult. It's their child, but he's an adult. He's in his 40s, and they're very concerned for his future because he's not doing well financially. And they were going to buy him a house and give him money every month to help him make his payment. And I said, 41 years old, you don't want to be asking mommy and daddy for money every month. And God forbid, what happens if something happens with mommy and daddy? Why not set him up for success and buy a 4 unit? And you know what's beautiful about it, Eddie? You can do it with 3.5% down. And if you're a veteran, you can get in with no money down. So it really is something worth exploring. If you're going to live in one of the units and rent out the others, it's a great way to beat the home affordability challenges that almost everyone's having right now.
Exactly. We had another tip for you guys as well. We were just talking, a lot of the things as well. My credit isn't where it needs to be. It's something that we commonly see, something that we're commonly able to help people with. Now, we were talking before, Brian, you got a couple tips on how somebody can quickly boost their credit.
Yeah. So the fastest way to do it is looking at your credit cards, your revolving credit cards, and getting that balance down to a third and keeping it there. What does that mean? If you have $1,000 credit limit on a credit card, you got to pretend that credit card only has a $250 or $300 credit limit. Do not, and this is a big one, do not run that credit card up to 900 and pay it off in full. Just pretend you never want that balance to go over a third, because here's the secret. The credit bureaus only update once a month in the first 2 weeks of the month. So if you've run it up to 900 and you've just paid it off, it's going to show as 900 and it's going to drop your score. The other thing you want to do is not close any credit cards. Your credit score is made up of the age of your accounts. And if you close a credit card, that hurts you. It's made up of the types of credit you have. Do you have a car loan, a school loan, a credit card? If you only have installment bills, you need to mix it up a little bit. So you don't want to close an account. You want to make sure all your credit cards are down to a third. Do not go to the Oriole game or the Ravens game or whatever season we're in when you're watching this and apply for, they're going to give you a bobblehead or a t-shirt or a hat to get a credit card. Don't do it. Okay. Because those credit inquiries hurt your credit report. And something new within the last 12 months is that medical collections don't count against you anymore. Okay. What happens with medical collections is they don't even tell you. The bill doesn't get paid somehow, either by the insurance company or whoever. They never sent you the bill, and they put a collection on your credit report, and that used to impact your score. The other thing is, if you have collections on your credit report, don't always just pay them off, because sometimes that can lower your score. That's why you need a professional like Eddie or myself to really hold your hand and help guide you through the process, make sure you're on the right course. So there's, I don't know how many tips that was, probably more than three, but I hope that helped.
Of course it did. Of course it did. And if you got any questions about any of the stuff that we went over today, feel free to give me a call. Love to connect you with Brian. Love to answer any questions. 410-588-6536. Your hotline. Any questions real estate, give us a call. We'd love to help you out.
And how would they reach you by email, Eddie?
How would they reach me? By email. Eddie Dowd Real Estate at gmail.com. I never throw that in. Thanks for adding that.
And what was your phone number again?
410-588-6536.
All right. Well, I leave your comments because we really do care, and we're doing these for you really as a public service to try to give knowledge, because the truth is knowledge is power. And the more you understand and the more you know, that's how Eddie and I roll. We want to give you the tools to make the right decisions for yourself. And knowledge is really the key. No commitment or anything else, but we will impart that knowledge to you.
And if you guys have any questions, post them in the comments. We can get to them next week. We're going to be doing this every week. We'd love to answer your questions. And now, who knows, we're going to try to expand this thing and go as far. Maybe one day we'll have a opportunity for somebody to video in or something like that. It'd be cool if we could have somebody call in or do something like that. We'll see what we can get going. But first, we need some of those questions coming in from you guys. How can we help you? What questions are you having? And we are here to answer them.
All right. Thank you, Eddie.
All right. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.